Hey, I'm New Goose, by the way, and I hate to record videos like this because I usually get so much hate after I record something like this. But please, I gotta take it out of myself and share with you my latest rewrite of file walker in FFF, and I think there is something very interesting there. So here is how it used to work before the latest version that was released today. Oh my god. Here, 1, 2, 3, like 4 seconds it used to take to build a file index. FFF is optimized for long-running processes, so it used to look like this is the actual cost of file indexing in FFF, but as appeared, the reason for this being that slow is ribgrab. And here is how it works without ribgrab crates, which we used to use for file walking, specifically this crate, which is now an industry standard for file walking absolutely everywhere. It's 141 million downloads. And it's just so funny to me that nobody has ever tried to optimize it to be really, really fast. And basically, I am writing my own library for this. It's called zlob, and here is how it now works. So now it also exposes the walk builder API that is similar to what Ignore has, and let's just try to run it, and I'll show you how it works. So walk builder is essentially a pretty complicated task. The idea is simple, that we need to get operating system return us directories, then we spawn more tasks in the queue, and then we go through these directories all the time, spawning new tasks, going over the directories, and all of this. It is 100% syscall bound, and ribgrab does solve it using crossbeam queue, and that's it, basically, and the file and path API in Rust. And walking over the Chromium directory, which is the latest pool of Chromium, takes 4 seconds. It's a lot of time, but this is 500,000 lines of 500,000 files. That's a big directory to walk. But here is how it can walk. So this is the zlob API, which is absolutely the same as Ignore does. So Ignore has like this kind of options. Zlob requires some flags, but essentially doesn't matter. The only difference is that here you have FS metadata call, and in zlob you have to request the metadata that you need to provide. And this is one of the most crucial requirements and the crucial optimizations here. So let's just now run the zlob's version, and you can see that it should be okay. Yeah, this is more reasonable. So the performance difference is huge, and it was on a surface all this time. And the funniest part, that ribgrab was the reason FFF felt slow, and even some people are commenting about this. So you can see it's literally 2 times faster by doing the same exact code. We can even try to run it, and you can see that the amount of the files they found is actually the same. So here is before ribgrab rewrite, and here is after ribgrab rewrite. Where is the file counter, guys? Yeah, so here, 409, this amount of files and this amount of files is equal. So how does this work? And this is the most interesting reason that I wanted to talk with you about. So here is what I had to write, and this is absolutely not the most pleasant code to write. The idea that you need to go as down as possible. So these are 2 syscalls that are exposed by macOS, that are specific to macOS, that are specific to APFS, to get bulk directories and bulk metadata from the list of files that you have, and request a specific information about you can sort which metadata that you need to get, so it fits into the more buffer. So because as we understand that this operation of walking the files is syscall based, the way to reduce syscalls is to use the platform specific APIs. And basically what I had to write is to write the Linux version of scan that is using statx, the ntdll version for Windows that allows to query a lot of files. And essentially this is not the most pleasant code to write, but this is way faster than ribgrab, because ribgrab is built in the most beautiful and idiomatic Rust way. It is using the highest level abstraction, which pays and costs a lot. So here is the rg-files command implemented in the rg itself. And here is the funniest part. So essentially how it works, it has some internal APIs for building the haystacks in libgrep. Then it spawns the same ignore crate walk builder that is built parallel. It's the same ignore crate, you can see it. Then inside of it, it just like, basically it returns, it spawns the directory and gets the result from the haystack builder, whatever is this, it just match on the result. And here it sends it to the tx, which is a separate print thread. And here is the funniest part that I really love. This is command. This is the command here. So we spawn the single printing thread to make sure we don't tear writes. Makes sense. We use a channel here under the presumption that it's probably faster than using a mutex in the worker threads below. But this has never been seriously litigated. This is the command that I love. And essentially, this is how most of the software that you use works. Nobody has ever really compared a ton of different options, run it on different operating systems, figure out and spend a lot of time, because it used to take a lot of time, right? Before AI specifically, like you had to write a ton of code, which might not work at all. And this is my point from this video. I think today there are going to be so much more really, really, really bad code. But at the same time, you have a superpower to dive into these situations like this. You can write the code that is not really beautiful and you might not really enjoy it. Like I did not really enjoy to convert a Windows epoch, which is absolutely weird nonsense, to like nanoseconds and to make it all of this. But once you understand everything, you can make products and code that is much, much faster than used to be possible, because nobody has ever put as much effort into their products, even if you thought that this product is like, an ideal performance, oriented project. Maybe just FFmpeg did that as much as as possibly can. But this is my point, and this is zlob. So if you are interested in, where is my zlob worker? So if you are interested in zlob and like to have a better file walk-in, you're welcome to use it. And for every FFF user, the index build time and the resources spent on index building will significantly reduce with 0.10 release. Thanks.